What's up, AfterBuzzers? Welcome to the Empire After Show, Season 5, Episode 1. We're talking the Lion Circle of Life. Eddie Barker dies, newfound treasure, and we have a special segment, No They Didn't, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Lucious Lyon.
Hey. Boom, 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 boom.
Lucious Lyon.
Bang, bang, bang. Lucious Lyon. Cookie Lyon. Hey, hey,
Here I go.
Hey.
Danny boy. Here I go.
Hey. On the mic. Boom, boom. On the mic.
Hey.
That's all you get. At least you gonna pay for it. That's all you get.
I love this song from the previous season.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey.
Boom, boom, boom. That was the first hit.
Yes, first Lucious Lyon hit.
What's up, everybody?
What's
Welcome to the
good?
Empire After Show. I'm your host, Chellz Yvette, but I'm not by myself.
No, you got your boy Danny Royce here. What's
What's
up,
up?
folks? So Danny Royce here.
Hey, what's up, Empire fans? I'm Lauren Ashley Beck.
Yeah, and how you guys doing? My name is Sayrie.
All right, guys. I'm so excited for this season. The start of it, they went backwards, they went forward. I mean, I loved it. I was on the edge of my seat every moment. Like, what were you guys' overall thoughts about this episode?
Man, ladies first, go ahead.
Pure craziness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just, you know,
Which is to be expected.
They just laid it all out and pulled me
Yeah.
right back into the soap opera that is Empire.
Yes.
Right.
I loved it.
Yes.
You know what? I was wondering, how it's gonna play out with them being broke. That was like that's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, oh, we gotta see a season of them being broke.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta see a season of them struggling.
Yeah.
I wonder if they all of a
Jefferson
sudden get some
now.
ramen noodles or something. Like
Right.
we gotta see a season of struggle. Like,
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
I loved it.
And then I was thinking when the last season went off, I said, how are they going to pull this off? Because the storyline could get kind of,
Right,
I think they did a great job because now that we're going to talk about the Lion Circle of Life and how everything is now reverting back to them. Like like you said, when they were broke and when they were poor, they have to learn how to start from scratch.
Right.
And we see a different type of, I guess, relationship with them now because everyone's separate.
Yes.
I almost feel like it brings them closer together. We get to see Cookie and Lucious as they used to be.
Yes.
Back to square one.
Yes.
And that's where I feel like the family unit is really going to come back together because they're all back to how things used to
Right,
be.
right, and then we saw that a lot, like in previous seasons with just like flashbacks, but now we're like
Yes.
living it.
Yes.
It's Cookie and Lucious back to square one. I've been as Empire fan for like since season
Me
one.
too. Me too. Same.
Season 3 it kind of fell off. I fell off a little bit,
Yeah.
but I got back on quickly once and 1 star started going in. But like it just came back again with this episode, so I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
And isn't the
Let's do it.
dynamic crazy? Like Andre's in jail.
Right.
Jamal's in London. Hakeem almost died. He has a baby. Like,
Yeah.
what is?
they came out guns blaring.
They
this
sure
episode.
They did. I didn't expect any of that, and I like how the beginning of the episode they went 6 months prior just
Right.
to kind of catch us up on
Just
everything.
catches up, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch up. So
Right.
they gave us like a little prerequisite, I guess. So what's happening? Like I guess a foreshadow is a technical name. A foreshadow of like what's to come. But I think that was really crazy. So then let's get into this. They don't even own Empire.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
They let it go, but Cookie had to do what she had to do for her
Right.
man.
Yeah.
She did.
Even though Lucious is like, why did you do it?
Right.
I'd rather we have I would have went to jail. I would have made it in jail.
I
pretty
just
much.
think, how many times, Lucious, do you think you can go to jail and beat the system? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I believe in you, Lucious. I
Yeah.
do, but I don't know.
But this is him, like, this is just his ego. You know, he thinks
Yeah.
nothing can stop Lucious Lyon, but Cookie was like, okay, no.
Yeah, but Lucious Lyon in jail with money,
And
he would have beat the
nah.
charges. He
Right.
would have been OJ in there. Like, he would have beat the
Right.
charges, the
But
glove
would
would
you
have
want to
fit.
go through all that or just start again, like Cookie said?
No,
Like,
I
let's go
wouldn't
through
want
this,
to,
you know?
But it's funny because Cookie was like, what were you going to do, be Houdini and just magically disappear out of your jail
Taraji,
cell?
with her comments,
Exactly.
right?
That made me laugh so hard. So now there's a new CEO. It's Eddie Barker
Yes.
and his wife,
Gisele.
Gisele Barker.
Nicole
okay.
Ari Parker.
Yes, and she's killing her
Stand
role.
them.
She is a piece of work. That's how
Right.
you know she's killing the role, because you just hate her.
You
I
just
love
hate
to
her.
hate her.
Yes,
Right,
she plays
exactly.
she plays a really good villain.
She does.
So they own the company now. A lot transpired with them. owning the company. We have them meeting up with the Lions at the awards show, which was pretty. It was like an awkward moment. I love when Cookie spilled the wine on her.
Yes.
That was like my favorite
Yes,
moment.
and I also love when Gisele tells Cookie, "You better watch the armpit stains."
Right.
H&M is not going to take that back.
Exactly.
Like
After she
let her have it.
complimented her.
Right.
She
After she
complimented
complimented.
her, yeah.
But you know what? I thought Cookie looked cute in her little butterfly and her little
I don't know
glitter
what was going
ensemble.
on in the back, though. I mean, I had a few questions. I
It's
was like,
an
what's-
awards show, Danny. Come on.
I was like, was it a theme? It looked very like galactic. It looked very
yeah.
like Star
was
Galactic.
it a bow or what was that?
I didn't really
It's
understand
fashion.
it.
He's
I
not
thought
supposed to know
it's
what it is.
fashion,
Yeah,
right?
no question asked.
Fashion.
And it's Cookie's special fashion at that.
Exactly.
Cookie
Yeah,
has
Cookie's
a
killing it.
different way to dress. She doesn't really. The girl loves leopards.
Yes.
As we've seen, that's like her
Yes.
thing.
And
furs.
fur.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see, we got our
Furs.
Cookie attire
Yeah.
on tonight.
Yes, lovely Cookie. But then things kind of turn because they actually catch A.D. Barker up. They let him know, listen, you're going to go up on that stage and you're going to let them know you're giving up Empire because we know that you've been embezzling money. So I was like, when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is good. I was waiting for the scene, though. I think that would have been better if they would actually showed him announcing it. But after that, it cuts to him being in the office, and then Gisele walks in, and then the shocker, he dies.
Yeah.
I was like...
Now this is kind of.
I think he bowed out way too gracefully.
Right.
And you
Me
just
too.
whisper him, I know you're doing dirty work. And he's like, oh, okay, well, take the Empire back. After 2 years of fighting in jail,
Right.
you know what I mean? All I have to say is, I know what you've been doing last summer. And that's, okay, you're right. I went too far. You know
But
what I
when
mean?
we see his character, though, he's really just a punk, honestly.
Yeah.
Because every time they're around, he just shivers like he doesn't know what's going to happen.
He
so,
didn't even want to sit with them.
Yeah, exactly. So I expected him to give in pretty quickly.
Really?
Once they
Did
got
you?
that, yeah. Once they got that behind him, it was like, okay, he's done. Because there's really nothing to do. Either take the money or go to jail.
True. I thought they was going to give Forrest Whitaker eye a little longer. I was expecting...
I did too. I thought you were going to.
She said his eye. Wow. No shade at you, Forrest. No
right.
shade.
Some women like that for us.
I mean, I don't know. I always,
They-
whenever I see Forrest Whitaker, I always see the same character. It's just so hard for me to shake certain characters for him.
Sure.
Right,
Because I'm
exactly.
like,
I did see a little something different in Forrest, though, that I did tonight, especially when he was drunk and stuff. I
And
was
really
like, oh.
talking to Nicole. I know. I was like,
okay.
who is this?
Yeah.
What is he talking
Come
about?
on, Emmy.
Yes.
Come on, Emmy.
Come on.
So
through.
one thing I didn't expect from that little hit he took, I didn't expect him to die.
Yeah. That was drastic.
Oh, right.
That was drastic. And there's a lot of this going on in the show where something happens accidentally and then nobody says anything about
Yeah.
it. If you think back to season 2, when Rhonda killed Uncle Vernon,
Yes.
then they're like, oh, we should call the cops, and then they don't. Nicole Ari Parker, you should have called the cops. And he was like, I need help. She didn't do it. Left him on the floor.
But she wanted to take over.
Right.
So that was strategy
She
on
did
her
want to
part.
take
that was
over.
strategy, but
Yeah,
some quick strategy.
Actually, it helped her in her favor. She didn't expect him to die, so she's like, "This is gonna be easier
Right.
to take the throne."
It's so disrespectful. She just poured him into the nearest
Poured
drain.
his ashes out and was twirling her hands in the air like she was so happy.
Like the driver don't see the joy on her
Right.
face. All he has to do is crack the little
That's the same
partition.
thing I said.
Yeah.
I
That's
was like,
crazy.
why didn't she? She's like, could you just pull over to the side, please?
Yeah.
And they just
That's the
dumped
voice.
it.
In her,
Pull over to the
her
side.
tears, she's like,
okay, I'm done.
Pull over to the side, please. But prior to her dumping the ashes out, she got named the new CEO. So it really did work in her favor. But
Yep.
going back to the scene where he died, it was such a slow death. I was like, okay, is he going to get up or is he dying? Because it was just a gash, a concussion, I'm assuming, and then a little bit full of blood. I'm like,
Well,
They
yeah.
didn't give his death enough space
No.
and time.
Yeah.
There should have been more. It was like, okay, he hit his head. Okay, here's the ashes.
Right. Yeah.
I think they
I was
rushed the
expecting
whole
to see
other
it.
things about
Exactly.
this episode.
What happened in between that? What were the steps in between that?
Right.
And they did have him. So that does suck for Cookie and
They
Lucious.
did have him.
They did. They had him.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
It was such a big build up to me though. Them
Yeah.
well, we're gonna use our 2-year plan, and the 2-year plan lasts 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like 2 years, and we just see we got you in the ashes. Like, wait, hold on, take me slow.
I
Like,
felt
let me
like
see the
Nicole
journey.
could have, or Gisele, I'm sorry. I feel like she could have picked up something to like finish it off.
Right.
She starts stabbing.
You know
That's
what?
what I thought. You
When
know,
she
that's what,
stepped
with the
over
sheet.
him, I thought she was gonna give him a last little, but she
too.
didn't.
I thought she was gonna suffocate him with the sheet.
Oh, with the
Yeah, but then I was like, that wouldn't be smart because he would have died of
Then it would've been murder.
asphyxiation.
Right.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't know that.
But
But
are there not cameras in the office? Like, what is going on?
But she didn't kill him technically. It's not, you don't killing someone if you don't save them. Is that a
But
thing?
neglect
That is a thing.
is
That is a
it-
thing.
isn't it
That's a
neglect?
thing. That's a
Yeah,
crime.
it is a crime.
Yeah.
Neglect.
She could have called for help.
She could have. She didn't do anything.
No.
I thought she was gonna leave a note. I was just waiting for like a build up, maybe like a suicide
Right.
note or like.
Also, I'd be curious to know, are there more steps? Yes, she's the wife, but how does she just take over as CEO just like that? How does that
The
happen?
board-
She's next in charge.
Yeah,
and
the
according to
board.
her, she's been doing the job the whole time anyway.
Right.
She's probably been the
Exactly.
face of it, even though he's like the face of it. She's been the, what do you say, like the person who, what's the word, isolate, get it done.
Yeah.
Behind
Get it
every
done. She's been the
successful
get it
man.
done.
Right.
Behind every successful man.
Yeah.
Is it
We
successful?
already know.
Danny, tell him.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
I mean, you got the only male perspective on the board here.
Exactly.
That's a good
You
answer.
have to know that.
That's a really
so
good answer.
then, from that point on, Cookie and Lucious, they're livid. Their whole plan has just exploded in their face. He's gone. They're like, what are we gonna do? We're in this hot ass house. Basically, there's no AC. Then in comes my favorite, Jamal, back from London. I love Jamal. Jamal came in with his boo, and everything is chaos. And then Cookie, being the mother that she is, she wants to kind of hide everything, you know, from him, but she can't because
Right.
he's smart. He's a smart guy. So that's when Jamal comes in with the advice on what they should do.
As he always does.
As he always
And
does.
I wrote the quote down because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Jamal said, "That's not a dream. That's a
It's
drug.
a drug. Yeah. So I wrote that same
You
thing down.
can't hold on to what hurts you." I
Right.
said,
Yes.
"Come on, Jamal."
Yeah.
He said, I want to thank God. I want to thank
Thank
this person, that
Jehovah.
person, all the powers that be.
He said, Empire's gone. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus.
That wasn't the
Yes.
response I thought he was going to have.
Me either.
But if they build another empire, it's still going to be toxic. You know, I think
course.
It's a music
going to be a
industry.
different drug.
I mean,
Of
yeah,
course.
I definitely agree with Jamal, and I felt that he was going to be excited just because of we saw what this whole thing has done to them. You know, all this stuff has torn this family apart, but also has held them together. So it's kind of like, you know, a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, in doing this and taking their dream further and creating this whole new asset, I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
Because he still got Dwight in him some kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
still has
does.
little remnants of conscious, and
Yeah.
Cookie still has little soft spots in there.
Yeah.
Jill made a soft.
Oh,
she,
yeah.
So
when
true.
when she went to bring her prison mate's daughter back. You know, you
Yes.
see these
Yeah,
moments that
it's so
she's
true.
Yeah, she's not as street.
Even
as
now,
she was.
visiting Andre in jail, I'm sure she's like just
And that
living.
is what we want to get on next. Andre
Yes.
in jail.
But before we do that, I have something to tell our AfterBuzzers.
Oh.
Hey, AfterBuzzers! Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans like we do. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. And by subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. And let us know you did it so we can shout you out on air.
Yes.
All right? Like us.
Thank
Follow
you
us.
so much.
Subscribe.
To us.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Also, if you're listening on iTunes, make sure you give us 5 stars because the other stars do not work. So 5-star
Oh, that's
chick,
10.
5
Oh,
star.
yeah, wait a minute.
Hold on.
5 twice, okay?
Yes,
Beyonce.
10 stars because they were there, but give us 5 stars.
Yes.
All right, back to Andre being in jail.
Right.
Oh, I just don't like the look on him.
That's
He's just
crazy.
too pretty. So beautiful.
I'm glad you said that because I was saying
he does look
he
good.
has a
Woo.
nice shaved beard in the lineup in
Right?
prison.
He looks good.
He looks so good.
Prison
And
fits him.
fits him. Being bipolar fits him.
Just everything.
Everything
We just
fits
love us some
Andre.
Andre.
You know, and even I just love how he maximizes any opportunity to make some
Everything.
plays. He can do it in prison. He can do it outside of prison.
Right.
He's just like, what's up? What was the guy named? Steve, I think his name was.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
like, what's up, Steve? So we heard you're the such and such, and we know that you. I'm like, Andre, you're in there to
Yeah.
like serve your
Right.
time, and he's in there like making plays. Like, how do you think that Andre's playing out in jail to you guys or prison? Like, how do you guys like it, I guess, or feel
Well,
about
I
it.
mean, for me, it's like Lucious said it early in the episode. He was like, you know, you are me, or I'm sorry, in last scene, he was like, you know, you're exactly who I am, and it's so true because we see him turning more and more into this, into Lucious Lyon, like the street Lucious, you know what I'm saying, and like just taking his power and really owning it and not being a victim of his illness anymore.
he's
So
not.
I think it's a great change for him, but I'm excited to see where it goes, and I don't know if it's gonna go somewhere lightly.
Yeah, I think all of Andre's experiences, losing his baby,
Right.
losing
That's
his
a lot.
wife,
A lot.
everything he's had to deal with has shaped him into this lion that he's become. And I think that, yeah, he may have a grim future.
Yeah,
I
murder-
hope not, but
Murder changes people.
you know,
Yeah.
He
it
accidentally
may.
murdered her, but that probably changed him. He's
Right.
probably even more like his dad than in anything before.
Absolutely.
He is, because Andre is willing to do what I feel like he would kill somebody close to him, even closer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to get the job done.
Whatever
that's what
needs
makes
to be done.
that's what makes him like Lucious. Like
Right.
He tried to kill his dad, remember?
they don't care.
With the
Well,
explosion?
and he also jumps on whatever Lucius says. If somebody comes in and accuses Lucius of something, he's right there backing him up, and
got
he
his
doesn't even
back,
know
yeah.
what he's backing up. He's just doing
I'm
it
here.
because
I'm
that's
the
his
muscle.
daddy,
Yes,
right?
that's what- yeah.
Right, and he's smart.
He's always like, "Let me do it, Pop.
Right, right.
Pop, I can handle it. Trust me. I know how to get inside
I mean,
the book."
Yeah.
Right.
I think
I
they're
know.
now seeing how important he is as a character. Like, I mean, as a
Yes.
son.
As a son, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
as a son.
I mean, it's interesting because blood, you know, blood, they say blood is thicker than water, but what if blood is like your business? It's just crazy to how all that matches up.
It's
But
true.
I think Andre has, I mean, he's now found his potential. I mean,
Absolutely.
when Lucious was talking to him, he was like, I get it now. This
Yeah.
is what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting.
And speaking of sons, let's get to Cuckoo Keem. That's what I
Can we
Cuckoo
talk
King.
about Hakeem's muscles? Has he been? Yes,
I'm not-
he's been
I'm
in the
not gonna
gym. What has he been
Jack,
doing?
no.
He came yoked with that gun. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
scared.
I
Trap
just see
hard.
Hakeem as just the baby boy that he is.
Yes.
So to see him
Yes.
with like a whole like place, a whole girlfriend,
Right.
kids, it's like it's almost like your little cousin or your nephew was like, "What are you doing with a family? Like you're still a little knucklehead,
Too
you know?
soon.
It's way too soon."
Little knucklehead.
You know, I just see him like as the little rapper, like
right.
everybody wants to protect him. So to see him as a dad, it was just kind of different for me. But Tiana is adamant. She was adamant about getting back on that stage. I felt that he wasn't ready. The guy can barely breathe.
Obviously.
Nope.
You know,
Yeah.
but she was. Do you guys feel like she was selfish for making him perform early?
I think partly she's pushing him, but at the same time, it's like you could read him. I understand you're trying to push him and trying to make him face his fears,
Right.
but he's coughing from a jumping jack.
Right.
Like, how is he going to do his normal Hakeem when he's in the
Right.
audience and he's spitting on
Drip,
everybody?
drop.
You know, drop.
Drop it on the ground.
Yeah, yeah, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, she should have read that case a little bit better.
Right.
Push him to maybe, do karaoke first. Then after karaoke, then, do it in front of your mama. You know,
Right.
in front of
Right.
them.
Right.
And then maybe get on stage.
Right.
But yeah, I think it was definitely selfish. She was basically wanting to have that team what is that? Team persona. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She wanted to
Yeah.
pitch herself as the team, and you can't be a team without your teammate.
It's true.
Right.
And yeah, she didn't think about him as a husband, more as a
That's
companion.
a companion and
Yeah.
partner.
How about the kids being 12 when they walked out?
Wait a minute. I
Some
was like,
old
whose child is that?
I was like,
Who are you?
Yeah, yeah. She was like, "Daddy." I was like, "That's not your daddy."
right. I'm like, what? She like 5. What?
The girl walked out with a cell phone. Like,
Right.
I'm like,
She was
what?
29. She was
I-
29 years old.
Right.
They couldn't
A
give
whole
Tiana's
adult.
baby. Tiana's baby looked at least 9 months, almost one.
Right.
They couldn't give her a baby.
Like,
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, dang, she looks good. How long
Yeah.
ago did she have that baby? But
Like, come
Tiana,
on.
in her defense, she was overlooked at Empire. So wanting
Right.
to have
She was.
Hakeem back
Yeah.
together, I get it. I get it. I understand.
I get it too, for sure. And I relate a lot with Hakeem. I'm the youngest of 3 boys.
Okay.
And every time my mom watches Empire, she thinks of all 3 of us. But
Are you like Hakeem?
What's that?
Are you like Hakeem?
I do have some similarities to that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie, those baby issues. But
Okay.
no,
Baby
no.
boy.
But yeah, I mean, I think Hakeem has spent a lot of his time trying to prove himself to the family.
Always.
Always trying to prove himself to the family, saying that he can do this and on his own and all that stuff. But it's like they just overlook him. And I think dealing with this is even more like a dagger to his heart, just because
Yeah.
he can't do what he loves now and what the family saw as value from him. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's true. That's a
it's
good
really
perspective.
playing with your head as
Come
far
on,
as
Ayanna.
you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, baby son.
Fix my life. Fix
next.
Hakeem's life.
next.
Right. Can I go next? Can I be next?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My heart broke when he stopped rapping and the track was
Yeah.
playing. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because he said, you kidding? My fans will slaughter me if they find out I'm lip singing. And that's the exact thing that happened.
Yeah.
Tiana didn't even care. She didn't try to save her boo. Who was the guy that came on and rapped?
Yeah,
that
he was from last season.
his homeboy. I forgot the name though. I forgot
his name. I
But he killed
recognized
it,
him from right. He did. He had been practicing those verses. He was waiting for Hakeem to not.
For the opportunity.
Just did.
And so I don't know that when I saw Hakeem after that, when he walked away pissed off, I didn't know if he was thinking like, okay, this dude trying to come after me, like because he's finding an opportunity to jump in or what. But I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun.
We'll see a little later. Yeah,
but that's what Cookie said. Cookie was like, he's fine. Doctor says he's fine. His ego is more bruised, than anything, because it's your first performance after being shot. Your girl is up there. This guy comes in, he kills it.
Yeah, it's Blake, by the way. Blake. It's actually Tom Hanks' son.
Blake.
Yeah, I'm gonna read.
Yeah, that's right. Because he is a rapper.
Yeah,
his son is a rapper.
Hanks?
Yeah, he's a rapper in real
Wow,
life.
get it, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Come on.
You made that?
Last time I heard Tom Hanks was playing Mr. Rogers.
I do want to say
what's popping in our
Dominic.
chat?
Dominic Graham says no, he would did the same thing to her if the shoe was on the other foot.
Oh, that's true.
All right, they think Hakeem. And it says, ooh, I got the juice. Says Hakeem was gonna bust shots at Jamal's boyfriend. Yeah,
that's what we're gonna get on
next.
That's what we're gonna
get into next.
Yes.
That was I got the juice.
Okay,
what's the tea?
Got the juice. I'm glad you want to get into that. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up so we can get into that. When he pulled out that gun on Jamal's boo Kai, I fell on my seat. I said, "What is going on here? Like, what did you guys? What was your reaction when you guys seen that?"
I think Hakeem is just done with everybody. Nobody is not an enemy in his world. He got shot, so now he just is like on guard. I can't blame him for that.
Right.
My first thing was, you see Jamal there. Like, how threatened are you? You think your brother's gonna come in with a robber? Like, the robber's gonna come in, come on, brother, let me, come help me rob my brother or something. You know what I
don't know. This is Empire.
Right, exactly. You can't write anything off.
It might happen.
And then there was really no bullets in the gun or something.
Well, it was a bullet.
in the chamber.
In the chamber.
I was like, he's
common mistake.
He was ready to bust shots.
He made sure to point that out.
But then there was a heartfelt moment in that scene. I was just like, oh, when Hakeem was like, who was there for you when you got shot? And then Jamal was like, dang, you right, you were.
Right.
Jamal just went to London, didn't even check on his brother, went to be... What do you guys think about Kai? You think something fishy with him?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hands down.
He gives you fishy vibes.
Every boyfriend Jamal had is
something's going on, and the fact that Cookie called him Kale, I don't like it. I'm like, you know what?
Hilarious.
Kale.
Yeah. If Cookie can't remember your name, it's for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's so true. That is 100% true. So now everything has transpired. Andre's in jail. Hakeem's got shot. He's trying to rebuild his life. He got caught blitz singing. Jamal's back from London with his boo. Jamal gives Cookie and Lucious some advice. So now they are ready to start a new family label.
Yeah.
But how can they do that? They need an artist, right?
Right.
And guess what? Newfound treasure. Wasn't she such a gem?
Yeah. Let's talk about that manager for a second.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute.
That's her pimp.
Where did he come from?
Convinced that's her pimp.
She's one of my girls. She's been one of my girls forever.
It was her pimp.
I love how Lucious takes the ornament. I don't know the ornament. Like, soon as he walks out, we're like, oh, he about to be.
I'll be back.
And the reference he made, he was like, you know how you take him right from the ghetto and just like, I was like,
wow.
He was too comfortable.
Right.
I didn't like it. How he just sat down and was
3
like all
ice
in
cubes,
it.
right? Or 2 ice cubes.
He knew whose house he was in. And he was trying to take advantage of it.
He sure was, but he's going to learn. He is going to learn.
He's going to learn quick.
Oh, according to the blood on his thing, he learned.
Yeah, he
learned in the last 5 minutes.
But I wonder if he just like beat him up and told him to skedaddle. Oh my God, why am I using these words?
Skedaddle.
If he just beat him up and told him to never return, or I wonder if he killed him. That they didn't really say.
Beat him.
He probably beat him up.
I think he beat him, yeah.
I'm sure
Lucius, he's not trying to go to jail again.
He's done with murder for now.
That's
no
true.
murder for this season for him.
That's so
Sarai
true.
said he's done with murder for now.
For now. He kills people in a second. You breathe wrong, he'll kill you. But in this one,
I'm sorry, I do have to say, Khaled A. He says Kai is doing a story about Jamal and his family, and he's undercover. Oh, that may be true.
That may be true.
That's a good one.
because he is a reporter. I don't think he's undercover. I think Jamal knows.
Ooh.
I think Jamal came back for all the wrong reasons too. I think Jamal
To completely take
is
down?
a part of it.
Oh.
I don't know about the takedown, but yeah.
Oh.
Jamal knows.
Well, we got some
That
predictions to
pillow
get to.
Wait, and maybe that's why he's trying to go back to London so bad. Why is he so in cahoots with this guy?
Right.
And why is he happy that Empire is over?
Ooh, Jamal. Jussie?
Jussie. Not you, Jussie.
Jussie Smollett.
Let me talk to you for a minute.
Greg, I'll tell you
Oh
something.
my God, that was a good.
That was a good one. Khaled A. Thank you.
Shout out to you,
Yes,
Khaled.
that was a very
Prediction,
big
yep.
prediction.
Thank you.
I
That
love
was a good
that.
one.
Now, things that make you go,
Right.
So now I want to get into our special segment. No, they didn't. Special segment. Special
All right.
segment.
So, folks, we got a new special segment
Yes.
this season. It's called No They Didn't. Okay, we're choosing a character out of each episode that gave us the biggest bang for our buck, made us fall off the seat, gave us a heart attack. Whatever they did, they was ratchet as hell. So we're gonna talk about each of our characters. Anyone would like to go first?
I'm gonna do the obvious. I'm gonna do Cookie. Cookie
Oh.
would never disappoint. The day Cookie starts acting classy is the day I'm gonna turn the show off. Okay, I like my Cookie to be spicy. Okay,
Nice.
but I would say obviously when she takes the drink. And of course, she's
Yes.
not going to just drink that drink.
Mm-hmm.
With her being so close to her and talking trash, like she's not going to drink that.
Right.
She throws it at Nicole. Well, not Nicole, but she throws it at
Gisele.
Gisele,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was like, oh no, you didn't.
She's like, oops,
Yeah,
again.
And then she got second. Oh yeah, here's the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like that's not staying enough. Take some more.
Right.
That was a
Yes.
good moment. I like
That was
that
good
moment.
one.
I did like that. I'm gonna go with Gisele. Just the way she walks around, her air about her, how she thinks she owns it. Well, she does own the
How
place.
she was having sex the first
just
Yes.
right, just
minutes.
doing her own. And who was that she was sleeping with?
Well, I don't think she knows. No.
Right, she doesn't even know. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gisele. I really,
Right.
I'm liking
boss.
what she's doing. She is a boss.
Right.
So,
With the facelifts, according
right,
to Cookie.
Yes. And the bob.
She need to get
Oh,
her
I
money
love
back.
that bob.
The
Right, she needs to get that money back. That's what Cookie said. But I like the bob.
I
love
Works.
the bob on
yes,
her.
So,
yes.
I think I'm gonna go with Gisele as well. I think we got a lot more to see of her this season, and it's gonna be ratchet and just not good. But the moment that tonight, when I said no, she didn't, was pour his ashes down the sewer. That was like, come on, man.
Disrespect. She should get haunted for
you
that.
already
Yes.
left his body dying. Like he already left him dying. Now you gotta finish him off. So that
That's so
that was
true.
my moment.
My no they didn't moment, I would have to go to Cuckoo King. You know what? Hakeem actually has been my favorite, aside from Jamal, my favorite character since season 1. I just really like Hakeem just because he's just he's just that kid that's just
I'm like, what is it?
girl?
Get it out.
Right.
We all want to know.
Right.
What is it about him?
he's a little brat.
Yeah.
And it's not that I like brats, but it's just like I like to see the different dynamics of Hakeem because he's, like you said, he's always trying to prove a point,
Yep.
and it's always the wrong way. And then
yeah.
I just love how extra he is because I'm extra. Like Hakeem's always extra, sitting somewhere with some glasses, with some silky Versace shirt, like with a bottle of Henny. He's like turning up. He's like all extra.
Yeah, extra.
So the no, they didn't moment for me was when he put that gun out. I literally was really sitting there watching the show, like, just paying attention. But then, like, I looked up and he, like, boom. I'm like,
Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? Yeah.
I'm like, no, he didn't put that gun out. I didn't know what to expect from him. So to see that, but you see, it was coming from an emotional place.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
He was drunk. He pulled a gun that had one in the chamber. And then you saw the moment with him and Jamal, and he just basically is sad. He's like just a sad kid.
Everything they say just snaps. He just snaps.
He doesn't know what to do with his life, so he had a no they didn't moment. Like he put that gun out. I didn't think he was gonna kill them, but it just really shocked me. It was something that made me go like, wait, what's going on? So that is my moment for Hakeem. No, they didn't.
Nice. Well, thank you, all, for sharing.
Love it. Thank you.
We're going to have a no they didn't moment for our special segment every episode. Go
Yes.
ahead and write yours down in the chat. We'll
Oh,
be sure to
yes.
shout them out sometime on the show here.
Is there
Yes.
anybody else we want to shout out in the chat right now?
Actually, you know what? Show is Rod. He has a very interesting point here.
Okay.
He thinks it's more of a metaphor type. He said, I think the company Empire was in the casket. Empire was such a part of Lucious. Now the company is gone and dead with Eddie.
Come through.
Y'all are good.
philosophy?
Y'all killing this
Yes.
Wow.
Snapchat. These,
Y'all are some deep
Wow.
this
thinkers.
chat.
Right.
Right. I love it.
I feel like I need to go on another like deeper next episode.
Right. It's gonna be that Bitcoin chopped up in a million pieces in the casket.
Right.
We had you being our Yanla,
Right.
and now we have people in the chat going real
So,
deep. It's a
thank you,
metaphor.
The people in the chat need to be in the writers' room.
Yeah,
They got some
They might
ideas
be.
today, right?
That's
And
what
I-
it sounds like.
And I do want to shout this out. It's in Chinese, so I'm sorry I can't really. My Mandarin's a little off, but I like. He said I like you guys a lot. Ready for the new episodes? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't, why did everybody do this?
Oh, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean that at all.
No, it was an accident.
Thank
What
you.
was that about?
Yeah, no, literally.
It went all four of
All
us did
four
it
of
too.
us at the same time.
I'm
That is
sorry.
a shame.
Oh my
That
God.
is
Too
a
much
shame.
TV.
Too much. You know what?
She's
Just leave it at that.
She's that's
All
all.
love.
She's
She.
There you go.
Sorry.
Hilarious. And the bow.
Yes, and a bow. We did a bow.
That is terrible.
This took a left, no?
You guys, we literally
love it.
we
We
didn't
love
mean
it.
to do that. Let's get into some predictions for next episode.
Wow.
Your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
Danny, you look like you got something cooking up in there. What is it? Come on.
It's cooking now.
What is it?
All right. So I think that Gisele, she's going to end up screwing up and leaving footprints behind. What happened to Eddie, right?
It's getting good. It's
What
getting
happened
good.
to Eddie? I do think that someone else is in that casket. I think that someone in the family is in there. I'm not sure who it is, but that's what I'm leading more to. Also, this newfound treasure, I believe, is going to just put them back on the map. And now that they really have no one to, no competition, because Gisele knows a lot about the business, but she don't know like the business and the heart in it, like Lucious and Cookie.
Making
So
rumor.
so I think that with this newfound treasure and this new talent coming in, that they're gonna just take things off, and Andre is going to be leading the army. I believe it.
I feel it. I actually think the exact same thing. I think with Andre getting out of prison, I think this whole new family thing is just going to really come together. I'm on the fence about where Jamal stands. I think Hakeem is just going to keep kind of messing up, going into a black hole. Hopefully he can get better. I don't know how this thing with him and Tiana is going to play out. I don't foresee them actually being together. So we'll see. I have a feeling Tiana may leave the company. Maybe she'll go with Gisele. That might be a little, and kind of do a little sneak attack on the back.
Tiana, what is you doing going over the Empire? You know we started a new label.
That's your
Hakeem, I'm
voice.
trying to be Hakeem. I'm trying to be Takeem.
And then the baby comes in. Oh, hey.
Yeah, and the baby has a mustache
Mom.
at this point. How fast
Hi,
they going?
Mom.
The baby has a mustache and a beard.
Wait,
Like, hey, Dad. Hey,
I'm
Pops.
sorry, though. You know, the funny part that got me tonight was when Cookie said, punk bitch. Oh, hi. She changed it so
She
quick.
did.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys seen the teaser, but the Dubois, you see Mama Dubois, that's what I call her. Mama
Dubois,
Dubois
yeah.
is in jail, and she's like, now you need to know how it feels to lose a kid. So my guess, the casket is holding one of Hakeem's babies. Just saying. They like killing babies on the show. Just you heard it first. You know what I mean? So I think Mama Dubois have killed one of the babies, which is like a teenager by episode 3. And what else I would predict? I also predict that the way they're going to get Gisele out is they're going to plan a different murder on her. I think they're going to make her do something where she kills someone or plant something on her for some reason. And I think it's murder, because I don't think they're going to kill her character. They're going to somehow just put her in jail.
Yeah.
So she could keep creating chaos.
Right.
You know?
Right.
My prediction is that Hakeem and Treasure are gonna hook up. Because you know Hakeem loves a new
No,
fresh.
always.
He sure
He
does.
I
loves
was
a
thinking
fresh.
that.
He sure
Hottie
does.
on the block. It's gonna be dynamic with Hakeem, Tiana, and Treasure.
She likes women,
Because
though.
you know Tiana but
So,
you know
hey.
Tiana likes to come in like, who is this?
Right.
It's a new singer.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's gonna make her go over to Gisele, and then it's gonna be a scene where Hakeem is drunk, and he's gonna hook up with Treasure. He's gonna be having that Hennessy. Treasure gonna be in the studio, like, Hakeem, how do you think I
She's
sound?
already envisioned this.
You know, and Hakeem
He's
like,
like, this is what I'm doing.
I think it sounds good.
With that bottle.
You know, with the Henny, and he's gonna come in there, and then he's gonna start rapping, and it's gonna be like a whole singing rapping scene. And then, then Tiana's gonna walk in, she's gonna look in the glass, see them in the studio like kissing or something, but he's not gonna
You
see
just
her.
playing it all
because-
out.
Yeah.
He's not gonna see her because the glass is kind of like funny, it's like only one sided.
Season 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is the whole season.
And that's that scene, and that's how it's gonna find out because
Yeah.
Hakeem is not gonna be aware that Tiana knows he's hooking up with Treasure, and that's when, out of revenge or spite, that Tiana's gonna go over to Gisele.
Right.
And they got to do a pun with her name. Her name being Treasure. Hakeem
Yeah,
has to do
that's
something
something
like
this gotta
X
be.
marks the X marks the
marks-
spot. You know, something.
He would
right?
say something.
It has
I think
to
I
be
Something
found,
like
I
that.
think I found
Sure
my new
would.
treasure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I
Something.
found one. Yeah.
Boom, boom.
I'm gonna try to give you that.
Got my treasure,
Bang,
got bang,
bang,
bang. Hey. Oh,
We got
yeah,
a
support.
freestyle. I was like, we
I'm
got
gonna give you
freestyle.
pleasure and
Well,
treasure.
I think
Give me a
that-
deal, Empire. Give me a deal.
Absolutely. And if not, I think we need to be in the writer's room. But
Right.
I think episode 1 was amazing. It was everything
Yes,
we
it
needed to
was.
be. And we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys come back every Thursday
Yes.
at 7 p.m. Live chat. We love you. Thank you so much for watching with us. And if you want to follow me on the gram, you can. It's your host at Chellz Yvette.
And you can follow me everywhere at I am Danny Royce. Also, check me out on Sunday nights of Fear the Walking Dead and Tuesday nights on The Purge.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Empire fans. I'm Lauren Ashley Beck, and you can find me on Instagram at Lauren Ashley Beck.
Nice. And Funny Sayrie, FUNNYSAYRIE on Instagram and Twitter, and also The Good Place here at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Nice. Well, thank you guys so much. See you next time.
Bye.
Mwah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey.
Bang, bang.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.